What's up? It's Tice. And in this video, I kind of just want to dive into how I was able to make this work and make phone flipping actually become something that made me the most money I've ever made in my life. So, I mean, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tice. I started phone flipping when I was 16 years old. I was working at a tire shop, and I started this basically as just like a side hustle to make a couple extra $1,000 a month. And I ended up turning this into like a full time business. And I quit the job at the tire shop. And at my peak, I was able to make $20,000 profit in a single month with this business, phone reselling, phone flipping, whatever you want to call it. And this really, truly, it did change my life. And now I teach other people how to do exactly what I did. And in this video, I'm just gonna show you and I'm just gonna tell you the honest truth and everything and just complete transparency, honesty. There's gonna be no fancy edits, there's gonna be nothing crazy. I'm literally just gonna talk about what I've realized and this pattern that I've sort of realized with most of the people that I work with that are already phone flippers that are looking to make more money with this that are struggling because currently I have 35 people that I'm working with currently in my one-to-one program, and I see these every single time somebody joins. I see this exact pattern with most of them. Most of the people that join my program, I see this exact pattern. And I kind of just want to point it out to you guys and make you guys aware of this sort of thing. So what I realized with a lot of phone flippers that join my program to work with me to start making more money phone flipping. Now I work with people that are 17. I work with people that are 35. I work with people that are in their 50s. I work with a big variety of people. And some of them are doctors. Some of them are construction workers. Some of them have regular restaurant job and a busser or a server. I have a giant variety of people who are in my program. Um, from 17 to 50 to construction worker to doctor to travel nurse to this and that and you name it. I've worked with just about everybody. And what I realize is that these people that are already phone flipping, they have this sort of thing programmed in their mind that the best way to go about phone flipping and the best way to make money phone flipping is to buy phones on Facebook Marketplace, do outreach on Facebook Marketplace, and then to sell their phones back on Facebook Marketplace. Now, every phone flipper that works with me that does this, instantly, I start diversifying the way that they're sourcing phones and also almost completely remove the whole selling on Facebook Marketplace aspect. And I realized that after I do this with the clients that I work with that are already phone flipping, once I implement two, three more strategies to source phones other than just marketplace outreach, and once I give them my buyers and give them the way that I source my phones and give them the connections that I have personally to sell my phones to and tell them, hey, go to this guy to sell your unlocked phones, go to this guy to sell your carrier locked, go to this guy to sell your blacklisted phones. Once I actually give them this, it's like a easy $2,000, $3,000 a month in profit extra that I add to these guys' side hustle or business. Like if you are just doing marketplace outreach and you're just selling your phones on marketplace, you're leaving so much money on the table. So much money on the table. You're leaving so much money on the table. And you could easily add an extra two, three, four, $5,000 a month to your phone flipping side hustle or business, whatever you want to call it, just by diversifying the way you source phones and being able to source more phones and then just selling it to the right people for the right price and not waiting all day for your phone to sell on Facebook Marketplace, all week for your phone to sell on Facebook Marketplace and conversating back and forth with four, five, six different people. And it's just a complete headache, man, to be completely honest. It really is a complete headache selling your phones on Facebook. But I realized that, back to what I was saying, is that all these phone flippers, they come to me and they're only using Facebook Marketplace outreach to source their phones. And they're only selling their phones on Facebook. Maybe they're doing a little bit of Facebook ads, but they're not doing it the right way. Now, I understand exactly where you guys got this from, but it's crazy how many people come to me with this exact same problem. But I realize that if you go on YouTube and you search up phone flipping, this is all that's taught. The only thing, like, that 99.9% of the phone flippers here that are on YouTube that teach phone flipping, all they teach is marketplace outreach. All they teach is selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace or selling your phones on eBay, even worse. And it blows my mind because these people that start off with this, it's the same pattern every time. All these people that start off with this and watch these other people's videos, they come right back to me. They come right to me. Like, hey, I watched, I'm not going to name drop anybody, but you guys know names. Hey, I started off phone flipping and I started watching this guy's videos, and I tried my best, and it just kind of died. It's not consistent. It doesn't really work that well. I just can't get enough phones, or my phones just take too long to sell. And they all just come back. They all just come straight to me because these people that are putting out videos on phone flipping, all they teach is this saturated, not so good way of sourcing phones and selling your phones. So, I mean, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. Thank you. Like, keep putting out videos because the people just realize that it doesn't work as well as you say it does. And then they just come to me and they actually start making money with the strategies that I use. But even people that aren't doing just marketplace outreach and just selling their phones on marketplace, because some people are doing Facebook ads. And now I know who they learn their Facebook ads from just by looking at their Facebook ad. Because like I've said, I mean, if you guys don't know who I am or have never watched any of my videos, I've said it a bunch of times. I've bought every course on phone flipping. I've bought every mentorship. I've bought every program. I've bought every ebook. Everything you can imagine with phone flipping, I've bought it. I've spent thousands of dollars on mentorship, ebooks, courses, programs. You name it, I've bought it. And this one guy in particular, his program teaches these completely outdated Facebook ads. Outdated Facebook ads. And people always come to me, the people that come to me that are running his way of running Facebook ads are like, why am I not getting results? And they all come to me and they say the same name. I'm not going to name drop, again, in this video, I'm not going to name drop anybody. I don't want to throw any shade on anybody. But these people are just teaching outdated ways to run Facebook ads, and there's nothing to it. It's just like, hey, just slap this picture on, just put whatever you want for the title and description, just slap the picture on and just start running it $20 a day and it'll work. It's making me $10,000 a month, and just do it. And it's crazy. It's crazy to me because I've had about 4 or 5 people so far come to me and say, this guy's course was terrible. This guy was so mean. This guy scammed me. This guy, this, that. He told me to, I'm not going to say anything, but if you guys know, you guys know. But it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. Me personally, this guy that I'm particularly talking about, I bought his course. He was probably the first course that I bought. And of course, just like all the students, all the clients that I'm working with now that came from him, I had the same problem too when I first started out. Now, when I first started out, of course, I started out like most of you guys. I saw the videos on YouTube of this guy making XYZ a month, and it was this crazy golden nugget unicorn opportunity, and all you have to do is just outreach to people on Facebook, and then you just sell your phones on Facebook and you make a bunch of money. And I quickly realized I'm not going to make 10K a month doing this. I'm not going to make even $5,000 a month just doing outreach. So you go down the rabbit hole, you start buying courses, which I started doing. I started buying courses. I bought this one dude's course in particular who is pretty, he's on YouTube and he teaches phone flipping, and he does go against like outreach and stuff like that. And he's taught me how to run Facebook ads. And anytime you would ask for help or anytime you would try and clarify stuff, it would be like very nasty replies. Bro, that makes no sense. Bro, what are you doing? Bro, what are you talking about? And I quickly realized, okay, this is not even a good program to be in, because this guy makes me feel like an idiot for asking him these questions. And then, I started buying more courses. I started buying more mentorships from different guys. And, eventually just through trial and error and a little bit of advice here and there. And I've paid phone flippers that aren't on YouTube or anything, but actual successful phone flippers that I've found. And I just paid them $100 just to hop on a call, $200, $300 just to hop on an hour and a half call. And I've learned mostly from these phone flippers that aren't on YouTube, and these people that I just sort of networked with and was like, hey, can you just teach me some of the stuff you use to source and just like give me a little something? And that's where a lot of my knowledge has came from. And also just the mentorships that I've bought, people that don't even run mentorships anymore, or people that don't even sell courses anymore, that I was able to get into when I was just starting out phone flipping. And gladly, it started working. Stuff started working for me. I mean, the way that I really started to take off and source my phones and everything, like sort of what I use to kind of just give you my strategy here. Really the main thing for me was Facebook ads, but I realized that I was doing them wrong all along. I was doing them wrong. Just slapping a picture, just We Buy Phones, just slapping a picture on there and just slapping any title, any description, not the right copy, not anything tested, no tests, just slap a picture on there, just run it. And if it doesn't do good, just create another Facebook ad. There was nothing really to it. And once I started to actually sort of pick up on these things, I started to do well. So I started to run the Facebook ads mainly, and that would get me a consistent amount of phones on a daily basis. And I was like, okay, I'm running these Facebook ads, but it's consistent, but it's not as consistent as I would like it to be. It's consistent, but I'm not getting all the phones I really want to get. So I started implementing stuff like marketplace posts, and I started implementing stuff like flyers. I started posting on Instagram that I buy phones. I started posting on my Instagram story that I buy phones. I created a Google My Business, all these things. And I would go on these little sort of tangents and these sort of, I don't know what to call it, but these sort of like little ventures of just marketplace posts every single day, flyers every single day, responding and following up with all my leads every single day, posting on Instagram and my story every single day. And I would do that for like a week, and I would do all these things for like a week or 2 weeks, and I would get all these results, and then I would get back to where I was comfortable and get back to where I was sourcing the phones, the amount of phones that I would like to source, and then I would stop doing all that. I would just stop doing it. And it's an endless cycle, because, again, I would get to a certain point and I would be like, I'm not sourcing enough phones. And I would go, and then stop. And then you get to another point, hey, I'm not sourcing enough phones. And you go. Like, the point that I'm trying to make here is that you have to be very consistent. You have to be in this for a couple months. You have to be doing these for a couple months. And the students that I've worked with that have done these methods, these strategies that I teach, and they've done it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks consistently, they get results. One of my clients, one of my most recent clients that I've worked with, his first month phone flipping, he made 2.8K profit. And his second month, he made 5K profit. And it's like, if you just follow the shit I teach and you just do it day in and day out, you're going to get results. All you have to do is literally just apply it. That's the hardest part for everybody. They get the knowledge and they don't do anything with it because they're already satisfied because they got the knowledge. They're satisfied because they know what to do, but they just won't do it because I don't really know why. I don't really know how to explain it. But they have the knowledge and they know what to do, but they just don't do it. But yeah, these people that I work with that actually apply everything, it amazes me that it's just so simple. Like if I just look at phone flipping as a whole, it's just so simple. And that's what I tell everybody I work with. This shit is so simple. Even though I haven't been doing it for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, it is so simple and I just know what to do. It's just like you source the phones. You don't rely on one strategy to source your phones. You diversify and then you sell your phones to private buyers. And over time, you develop more relationships. You get more suppliers, you get more reoccurring customers, you get more regulars, and month after month after month, these suppliers keep compounding, these regulars keep compounding, the referrals keep compounding, and then month after month after month, you build up more trust with your buyers, they start paying you before they even get the phones, you start to get more buyers with better prices for certain types of phones, and you get to a point where you yourself, you're like, this shit is simple. This shit is so simple. Like one of my clients, Isaiah, after he hit his first $15,000 profit month, he started going in my community and started teaching these people too. He was like, this shit is just so simple. Like, do this, do it every day, come back to me, let me know your results. Like he started coaching like alongside me because he realized it's literally just this and that. And then just do it every day. And within a month, 2 months, you're making money and you're making good money. So it amazes me how lazy some people are because they just don't apply it, or how it amazes me how simple it really is. And people don't really, I don't know if they know, because people know it's simple, but they just don't do it, you know, and they just don't do it every day. And that's what hurts. That's what hurts most people. Because mostly everybody I've worked with that have not known it was this simple and they get the strategies that I use, they're like, that's what you do? Shit, I just got to do this and I just got to do it every day. And then they just start making more money. Like, I've added this one phone flipper that came to me. I'm going to do a video with him soon. But he joined that guy's course that I was just talking about. First call we got on, he was like, it was terrible. He told me this. He told me that. I was like, all right, we're good. You're fine. You wasted money on his course, but it's not really wasting money because you learned a lesson. So he came to me, and the first week of just implementing one of the ways that I use phones, that I source my phones, his first week, he made $700 profit. And he was like, wow, this is easy. This is simple. And then his first month, he made $2,000 profit. And I just talked to him today, and this is going to be his second month. And he was like, there's no reason why I shouldn't do 5K a month and why I shouldn't do 5K in profit this month. And I was like, it's so crazy how it just compounds. Most people I work with, their first month, if they actually go in head first and they actually take it seriously, their first month will be around 2K, 3K in profit, sometimes 1,500 on the low end. And then most of the time, their second month is monstrous. Not monstrous in terms of like 50K, but like monstrous as in terms of like jumping from 2K to like 5K and like 2Xing what they did last month. And it's really just from implementing the right way to source phones and then just having somebody to sell them to instantly, so you can just reinvest that money ASAP, quickly. Get paid, reinvest your money. get paid, reinvest your money. It's not source phones, list phones, wait a week for them to sell, get paid. A couple weeks later, you come back and you start buying more. No, it's just get the phones, ship them, paid. All right, let me come back. Get the phones, ship them, paid. All right, let me come back. It's not this process that you're taught of get phones, let me list them, and let me sell them for the maximum amount of profit that I possibly can, and wait for weeks for them to sell just so I could get an extra 30, 40 bucks in profit. And let me wait 2 weeks or a week and a half for these phones to sell. All right, they all sold. Let me get this cash together. All right, now let me start buying phones because I feel like it and I'm not making enough money and my back is against the wall. So now let me start getting back into it. It amazes me. It amazes me, man. But yeah. I mean, I just wanted to make this video because it's simple. I just wanted to explain to you guys that it really is simple. It really is. It's really just having multiple ways to source phones, having a direct buyer to sell your phones to. And I can promise you guys, after a month, after 2 months, after 3 months in this game, you start to know what you're doing. You start to understand, wow, this is really simple. And you'll start to understand that month over month, it'll just compound. Now, you will have months that are up, you will go down, you will go up, you will go down, you will go straight. It's not always a giant direct uphill. You know, there are ups and downs, but the point is that you know fundamentally what you're doing, and it's not a guessing game, right? So it goes from this guessing game to like, I know what to do, I know how to do it, and I just need to apply it. And over consistency, over doing this over a good amount of period of time, a month, 2 months, you'll start to develop relationships. And then you start to develop relationships, and then you start to know, I go to this guy for this, I go to this guy for that, I go to that guy for that. And you start to know these things, and it kind of just becomes like a sort of systemized. Everything is systemized. Okay, I get my phones, cracked phones, go to this guy, unlocked phones, go to this guy, carrier locked phones, go to this guy. All right, maybe I get cracked phones and they go to the repair guy and it takes him 2 days. And then instantly I already have a sale. I already have sales lined up for those cracked phones. Boom, ship them off. I'm still buying phones in the process. Boom, ship those phones off to the direct buyer, get paid. Next day, I'm back out sourcing phones. And I'm back out following up with everybody that messaged me. I could talk about phone flipping all day. I could talk about it all day. But yeah, I mean, it's super niche. It's super niche, and you know, not many people talk about it in this sort of in depth like I do. Like I don't know. I try to be the most valuable and the most in depth sort of phone flipper here on YouTube. Most people just are here to entertain you and show you how they flipped iPhone 8 to an iPhone 11, or an iPhone 8 to an iPhone 16, and let me just entertain you and not give you any real value. But those are the types of videos that are just for people that want to be entertained for a little bit. I don't make these videos for people to be entertained. I make these videos for phone flippers who want to start their business or their side hustle, and I make these videos for phone flippers who are already phone flipping, but they want to make an extra 2K, 3K, 4K in profit. That's who I make these videos for. I make these videos for people who are struggling with phone flipping, who want to source more phones, or people who just want to get into it and they want to make a couple extra $1,000 a month on the side. They already have a job, or maybe their goal is to make 5, 6, 7, 8K a month and quit their job. That's who I make these videos for, those types of people. They're not here to entertain you. They're here to give you straight up raw value on how I do phone flipping and how I help people do phone flipping and how simple it really is. And in depth, this is how you do this is how you do that, this is what I do, this is how I do it. Stuff like that. So if you are one of those people that I'm talking about, and maybe you're doing Facebook outreach and it's just not getting you the results you want, you're just not getting enough phones, and you're selling your phones on Facebook Marketplace and it's just a headache. If you're one of those people and you want a more simple way to source phones, you want a more simple way, you want to diversify the way you source phones, you want more strategies to source your phones, you want access to my direct buyers to sell your phones to. If that's you, I can help you add an extra 3 to 5K a month to your phone flipping business. So if you're looking to do that, you could book a call with me using the link in the description, and I'll just help you out with it. I'll just help you, no matter where you're at. If you just want to start, or you're a phone flipper that's struggling, that's just doing outreach and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm just going to wrap up this video, and that's that. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave a comment.